You are watching our continuing coverage of the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals for 2025. And we've moved on now to match number 4, which is the second of our women's doubles. Kim Hae-jung and Kong Hee-yong against Baek and Lee So-hee. Korean clash. Remember, it's possible for both pairs to go through, because 2 of the 4 go through from each of the 2 groups. Strong group though with blue and tan. Officials already on court. Interesting because it's 4-1 on the head-to-head in Kim and Kong's favour, but they lost the last meeting. It's the final of the Denmark Open in October. And it is Kim and Kong making their way onto court first.
Versus Baek from Korea.
And here come Baek and Lee. Just get set for a lengthy encounter. 4 of the 5 matches they've played have gone the distance. There's that last one I was telling you about. Baek and Lee's only win in the showpiece match in Denmark. So, Kim and Kong ranked 3 currently. That is their highest ever ranking. Kim joined the national team at 18. Of course, her mother won Olympic gold in the women's doubles back in the 1992 games. They've won 5 World Tour titles as a pair, and 4 of them have come this year. Indonesia Masters, Orleans Masters and the Singapore Open, and that was, and the Korean Open. The Singapore Open was the biggest of them, Super 750. And of course Kong, who won Olympic bronze with Kim So-yeon back in 2020, plus 3 World Championship medals, and this tournament in 2021. So there aren't too many that have secured multiple World Tour final victories with different partners, but potentially she could do that here this year. No coaches, of course, here, because it's 2 pairs from the same nation. As we look at Baek Ha-na, ranked a couple of spots below Kim and Kong on the rankings. They have been up at number 1. It was back in October of last year, so just over a year ago. 2024 Asian champions, Baek and Lee, but they haven't had it all their own way this year, just the 1 title, and that was the one I mentioned earlier, the Super 750 Denmark Open in October when they beat Kim and Kong in the final.
Ready to play?
But they have won 7 World Tour events as a pair in the last 2 years. Lost in the World Tour final 2 years ago, and then won it last year, beating Matsuyama and Shida. So they are the defending champions. Cody Leach is the umpire from the USA. And Lakpriya India Singh of Sri Lanka is the service judge.
Second game, love all. Play. One love.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Baek Ha-na and Lee So-hee, Korea. And on my left, Kim Hee-jong and Kong Hee-young, Korea. Baek Ha-na to serve, to Kong Hee-young, love all, play.
So here we go. It's all Korean women's doubles.
Service over. 1, 2.
Obviously, all these players know each other very well, Jeff. And sometimes that can make it just a bit tricky, I think.
Yeah, I think this one's just going to be too difficult to call until we see who's in form. First rally here, 25 shots. It's going to be such a physical and mental battle.
Two, love.
Flowers with the service. Challenge for game.
Well, good start this for
Three, love.
the world number 5 pair. I think they would have certainly got a lot of confidence from that victory they had over Kim and Kong to lift the Denmark Open, their one and only title of the year. Always more satisfying if you beat a pair ranked above you as well.
Great vision there from Lee So-hee.
Four, love.
If I was going to pick one of the 4 players here with probably the best creativity, the best technique, I would probably pick Lee So-hee for that spot.
Service over.
So the error
One.
at least gets Kim and
Four.
Kong on the board.
Two, four.
7-2. Service over. 3-7.
Three, four.
Just see
Change.
the intensity of the play here. The Koreans, both ends of the court, with a similar strategy to open up the court, whip it quickly into the open court where they can. And it's basically a battle of that in each rally to see who can do it better, who can do it with better shot quality, who can find the gaps better, and who can avoid making unforced errors as well.
Out. Service over. 5-3.
Well, they don't come much more unforced than that. That was wasteful. Didn't expect her to make a mess of that either.
3. Get ready. Seven, 3.
Not helping their cause, certainly with these errors. Kim and Kong.
Great defense there from Lee. You can see the, Trevor, the intensity difference between this women's doubles and the previous one, where there were some really long rallies, but kind of Malaysians content to lift and defend. But as soon as any of these Korean pairs get an attacking opportunity, they're basically going for it, not giving anything away if they can help it.
Eight, 3. Change.
Baek and Lee just getting the better of it, not making those errors. A few more errors coming from the Kong and Kim side of the court.
Service over.
20 seconds.
And that rally hits 3 figures, 104 shots.
11-6. Right.
Just a great battle of wheels out there.
4-8.
Service over. 7-11. Service over. 12-8.
Service over.
Well, a bit like the last game that we saw at the moment.
9-4.
They seem quite happy, Beckley, to wait for the error to come from their opponents. And it has been forthcoming more often than not. Hence the scoreline.
Eight.
10-4. Service over. 5-10. Service over.
It's gone
11,
wide,
5.
so 11-5
Interval.
at the interval. Maybe a little surprising. It says one-sided as it's on the scoreboard, but it is Beckley in charge so far.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Players. Eleven, 5. Play.
10-13. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice
Service
change of
over.
attack, that angle
6,
from Kong Hee-yong.
11.
Just straight across the body of Baek Ha-na. I think that's where the differences need to lie, where you're playing a one speed rally and just change the angle, change the speed, do something to upset the rhythm of your opponent.
Service over. 12-6. Service over.
It's good pressure too.
7-12. Change. Eight, 12. Nine, 12.
A few easier quick points won by Kim and Kong now. All of a sudden, they're within reach.
Oh. 10, 12.
Well, it's great defence from Baek and Lee in that
Service
rally.
over.
And in the end, they got full reward
13,
for it.
10.
Yeah, nice interception there from Baek.
Out. Service over. 11, 13.
Thank you.
12, 13.
Yeah, a few more errors now creeping in from the Baek and Lee side of the court. We didn't see that in the first half of this game.
Service over. 14, 12.
That was going wide, but they've won the point anyway.
Service
Kim
over.
and Kong
13, 14.
Great shot there, instinctive play just to get that shuttle back. Just snatched at it, I think. Baek there.
There's been something of a spirited fight back since the mid-game break from Kim and Kong.
Oh, it's a great backhand from so low. There's a challenge here, I think.
Yeah, it was called
Kim
long,
Hae-jong
and straight away
challenges.
Kong's
Call
arm was up,
out.
asking for Hawkeye to double check. Quite sure what
Challenge
she thought she saw,
unsuccessful.
but that was out by a country mile.
One challenge remaining. Service over, 15, 13.
19-13.
Play.
So total 14-19. So total 20 match point 14.
Fault.
Well, finally it was played right at the hip
Yusha.
of Kim Hae-jung.
16, 13. Yes.
Yeah, what a grueling rally, and then this one here, perfectly placed. So that right hip, as you said, Trevor.
Was Kong Hee-young, wasn't that? Got it right the first time. But another very lengthy exchange.
Seventeen, 13.
Again, using that cross-court smash well. So here, this one here, straight at the body, this time of Kim.
mixed doubles. 有请技术官员入场。Let's welcome the technical officials.
18-13. Service over.
Beautifully deft touch from Kim.
Great read on that shot there to intercept. And played with perfection at the end.
More? Line judge? It's okay? Okay, it's okay. Thank you. $14-18.
Gone long by
Service over.
a fair distance.
19,
So just
14.
a couple more points required. It's been a lengthy opening game here, getting on for half an hour. Remember, these pairs played 3 matches as many days trying to get to the semis.
Great defense there. Oh, nice cross court there. So Kim Min-kong able to compose, get back into this rally.
Service over. 15-19.
Nice smash down the line here. But great cross-court defensive shot.
Back. Get ready.
Really high smash there to basically the head of Kong Hee-yong, forcing that error.
Wore them down
Game
again
point,
after another
15.
really lengthy rally. And 5 game points here for Baek and Lee. Missed it, and that will be game 21-15.
First game won by Baek Ha-na and
Lee So-hee
21.
take the opener in just around half an hour or so.
Empire Trishka from New Zealand. 发球裁判员苏晓峰来自中国。Service judge 苏晓峰 from China.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Dejipon Bubur-Yukro and Sarah Yosungkran, Thailand. And on my left, Hiroki Midorikawa and Natsuo Saito.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Tapasara and Fran serve to Natsuo Saito. Love all. Play.
Second game, love all, play. One, love.
Three, love.
Service over. 1, all.
Out of character, short rally. I just wonder whether we're going to see Kim and Kongbi just try and change things up a little bit in this second game. Maybe try and make the points a little less predictable, a little shorter. To take a few more risks to do that.
Just pushed that long, but it was
2,
Good, promising
1.
play from Lee and Baek there.
Service over. 3, 5.
Well left in the end by Kim.
Out. Service over. 2, all.
Service
3, 2.
6, 3.
Four, 2.
We saw Baek and Lee get ahead in the first game on the back of a few errors from the Kim and Kong racket. We saw that kind of in the first half and the second half of that first game. So could it be a similar scenario here?
Service over. 3, 4. Four, all.
Instead, the error coming from the other side of the court now. A bit of confusion, I think. Who was going to take that shot? Bit of a rush shot causing the error.
Service over. 9, 5.
Oh, that's beautifully placed. Although they are challenging it.
Lee, so
Looks good to me, I've got to say, but
in.
they want Hawkeye to have a look. No problem whatsoever. Bang on the line.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 5, 4. Play. Unsighted.
Well, just judging from the players' reaction, I don't think this has reached the line. It's not a challenge. Umpire using the technology just so we get the correct decision here. But just looking at the way that they pass the shuttle there, Kim and Kong, I would imagine this is short. Let's have a look.
Service over. 10, 7.
Yeah.
Out. Service over. 5, all. Six, 5.
And there's that little bit of drift coming into play there. The direction of Kim and Kong pushing that shot out the back line.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Service over.
Great use of the different angles there against Sohee. One out wide to her forehand side.
All.
And then one to that center line, drawing that weak error, sorry, that weak response. Easy to intercept.
Play. Out. Service over. 7-6.
Well, it's one step forward and one back at the moment for Kim and Kong. Just when you think they have a bit of momentum, throw in a loose serve or some other kind of very basic error. Just gives Baek and Lee
Fault.
the advantage.
6.
It's well taken on that defensive shot from Baek. That smash from Kong Leong was way too flat. Broken string there and an error.
6.
Baek and Lee doing well to get out of these tricky defensive positions earlier in that rally, and then that broken string. Kong shot going into the net. It's a bit of a buffer here for Baek and Lee. A few points.
Those broken strings never seem to happen when you're up by 4 or 5, do they? That's gone long as well.
10.
A little careless, it has to be said.
Great defense, but not quite
Service
good
over.
enough.
7-10.
Kim and Kong look like the more dangerous pair when they do get into those hard and fast rallies.
Service over. 12-13.
Eight. 10.
a handy 3-point lead. 11-8 it is. Baek and Lee in front, and by a game to love at the mid-game break.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
15, 14.
Hey!
11-8. Play.
Great placement there from Lee So-hee, finding that gap in the deep backhand corner.
12-8.
Easy put away in the end.
Wipe court, please.
This one there you see how Kong is trying to make her way forward to put pressure at the net. Good vision there from Lee. Yeah, that's where they're so dangerous. Kim and Kong.
9.
When one of them gets to the net and intercepts, they just put so much pressure on. So hard to get out of the defensive positions when you're being pressured like that.
Service over. 15, 16.
I've got to say their judgment has been absolutely spot on so far in this match. Baek and Lee, in terms of when to play and when to leave.
Service over.
Lee.
17, 16.
Hey!
Service over. 17, 4.
14-9.
Great shot there.
Service over. 10-14.
Just think they needed something like that just to get them going again, because they've been a little flat in this game so far. A lot of errors, and the body language also suggests that they're not particularly enamoured with life, but shots like that might just change the dynamic here. Well,
Service over.
got away with it. Could easily have come back, just rolled over the tape.
15-10.
Almost feel worse when it's people that you know so well. Nonetheless, they take the point.
Oi!
16-10.
19-all.
Nice angle there.
Service over.
Kim Hee-jung.
11-16.
Wonder if they can play a few more of those angles. Not always cross-court all the time, but most of the time they're just playing either drop shots or full smashes. Is there room for a bit of variation in the speed?
Service over. 17-11.
Maybe just trying to be a little bit too tight on that one, Kim.
Service over. 12-17.
Just missed it, and 3 points
Service
away
over.
now.
18-12.
Baek and Lee.
$19-12.
Baek and Lee, I think, just have been the more consistent pair throughout both of these games. Not giving away quite as much in terms of unforced errors.
Fault.
So match points here,
20.
8 of them.
Match point 12.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Thank you, coach. Second game. Go ball. Play. Out. Service over. 1 love.
Game.
Well, it won't go down as a classic, but it will go down as a straight game victory for Baek and Lee, who start their World Tour Finals campaign in the best possible fashion. 21-12 in that second game.
2, 1.
Just far more errors from Kim and Kong.
Match won by Baek
And Baek and Lee with a more
and Lee
progressive
So-hee.
pair throughout. I think
21-15.
probably be the
12.
general conclusion after that. And they win 21:15, 21:12, 55 minutes, the official match time. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it will be time for the final match of the session, an all-Chinese women's singles, Wang Ziyi against Han Yue, in a moment. Welcome back to the Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium. We completed actually some 7 years ago, built on the Shantung riverfront, right opposite the central business district. And we've reached our final match of this session. It's women's singles and an all-Chinese affair. Wang Ziyi, seeded 2.